Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be with you as usual. Welcome to the Mindful Session. My name is Unisa Kamara. I'm the host of the show, and I just want to say thank you for being here with me. Unfortunately, as you can tell today, I'm doing this show alone, so we're going to have fun with it. My co-host is unavailable today, so however, he will be with us shortly. Today, I want to talk about what is growth. Now, a friend of mine asked me a question in reference to corporate, talking to corporate organizations. And I want us to understand this topic today is about what is growth. Now, let's just go back a little bit, okay? Growth is quite, crucial. So let's just focus on this for a minute. When we say growth, there are two types of growth. There is fixed mindset of growth, and there's the growth mindset. Now, again, there's the fixed mindset, and there's the growth mindset. Now, many of you might question it as to what is the difference. I just want to go into it a little bit. Now, when we say what is a fixed mindset, a fixed mindset is basically the mindset that people become accustomed to. That's where people believe that they refuse to accept the norm. Basically, they say, well, this is how it is, and this is how it's supposed to be. So they refuse to grow. So these mindsets are really important for us to understand. There are two ways in thinking, all right? Some people have the way, which is say the fixed mindset. It's just set. Whether you have it or you don't. Whether you're good at things or you're not. They believe that you are not in control of your abilities. And there's the growth mindset. Those are the ones that are willing to learn and grow. They are good at whatever they do because of the fact that they refuse to believe that they have that fixed mindset. So the growth mindset is actually the aspect of growth, willing to learn and excel. Now, let's talk about the muscle. Many of us believe that the muscle is just, excuse me, the brain is just a muscle. There are so many layers into it. Whenever we say that we want to develop our physical muscles, what do? We go to the gym, we do calisthenics, and so forth, and so many different things to build up our muscles. Now, if we want to strengthen our brain, we need to enhance it through learning. When you do something, it becomes an imprint. When you read, it becomes an imprint. But you need to exercise that. By you reading it and actually doing it, that's a form of exercise. You are exercising your brain. You're developing your brain. You're enhancing your learning. That is the growth mindset. Whenever we say one has a fixed mindset, that's a traditional way of thinking, as to say, well, this is the norm, this is how it is. So we get stuck in that. It's quite crucial for us to grow. But when you have that fixed mindset, it's it's just at a standstill. But the potential of a growth mindset, it's limitless. The essence of us going into this today, ladies and gentlemen, it's understanding the difference. Now, a growth mindset really builds this foundation for you to excel in so many ways. A growth mindset gives you the opportunity to try new things. Whenever you're traveling to different countries, a growth mindset will give you the opportunity to explore wherever you go. You want to learn that culture. You want to experience this. You go to school. Why? To excel, to learn something new. So, the essence of what we do in life is to grow. Do not stand, do not stay, do not focus on that fixed mindset. We have to excel. We want to grow. If back in the day, we have our ancestors, they used to say, oh, he's not going anywhere because he is like this, he's like this, and he's not going to learn. That's how he is. That's what you call a fixed mindset. Because they believe that if you're not born with that, you're not going to enhance, you're not going to learn it, you're not going to excel. But by us sitting there and willing to excel, it gives us the ability to grow. Now, the reason it's so powerful, our brain, is because you can continue to learn and grow. We're able to implement different concepts. We're able to put a puzzle together and say, this is how it goes. So many people have studied the element of growth. Different people will tell you different things. Now, a fixed mindset will not go along with that. But people with growth mindset believe that the skills are there for them to enhance. They have the ability, they have the possibility of growth. So their main focus it's all about growth. The people with the growth mindset tend to focus on what can I do next? How can I grow? How can I make things better? How can I have a better life? You understand? That's what makes you grow. Whenever you're stuck in your situation, don't ever say, well, this is how it is. I was born in this community. I'm going to die in this community. You know, and I know it's absurd because we have seen people that grew up without no parents, they excel. But people with fixed mindset, they just sit back and say, well, this is how it is. They are depending on on the government, they're depending on other people to support them. Why? Because they don't believe that they have that ability to grow. Do you understand? Now, people with a growth mindset are always willing to discover, to explore the possibilities. They believe that there is nothing impossible for them to achieve. They believe that they can always go beyond the expectation of anyone. So their ability to learn comes in as a priority. Now, the people with a fixed mindset believe that they cannot change. They just go along with what is presented to them. They avoid challenges. Now, they dislike making a change because the possibilities of mistakes are there. So they become comfortable with whatever is presented to them. They are willing to accept the life that is given unto them. Now, the reason why I choose to speak on this today, ladies and gentlemen, is due to the fact that I believe in each and every one of you. I know your worth. I know the possibilities are the sky's not the limit. You can go beyond the possibility. You can go beyond the sky. You can go beyond your own expectations. Do not ever, ever settle for whatever is presented to you. We need to develop that growth mindset. What is growth? When you were born, what did you do? You started crawling. You believe, or your parents believe, by encouraging you, come, you can do it. And then you excel to crawling. And then you start standing up. And once you start standing up, what's your next move? You want to walk. Is it our belief or our focus that gives us the essence of the fix or the growth mindset? We have to understand these two come from our mindset. This is all our beliefs and focus, and which is one of the most important things we can train our minds, our brain to comprehend. Again, let's go back to you as a child. You decided to learn how to ride a bike. You're growing. You want to have fun. You want to do what other people are doing. You want to challenge yourself. That is the growth mindset. Now, the fixed mindset would say, well, I don't want to do that. I'm not supposed to do that. They settle for walking. It's a norm. They comprehend the whole aspect of being able to walk. So that is quite okay. So I want you to understand your possibilities. I want you to know what you can do. I want you to know that there's nothing that is impossible. So this whole concept of growth is to prove that you can learn and excel. You can become a better person. You can achieve whatever you set your mind to achieve. It's all about the growth mentality, your growth mindset. Do not use the word cannot, cannot. That is, you set yourself up for failure. You set yourself up for the fixed mindset. Some people with the fixed mindset do not believe in learning new skills. Some people think that, oh, some people are just skilled at certain things, and that's the fixed mindset. The growth mindset believe that the skills and the intelligence is something that they can have. So they believe in the impossibility. They believe that there's no such thing as impossibility. Does that make sense, or did I just confuse you? The core idea here is that the people with the fixed mindset believe that skills are born within you. The people with the fixed mindset believe that you cannot learn and you don't have the capacity or the ability to learn new things. If you're not born with it, you don't have it. But the people with the growth mindset say, we have the possibility. I'm going to utilize everything that is available to me for the betterment of me. The people with a growth mindset build a foundation of possibilities for self, possibilities for their environment, possibilities for their family. But the people with the fixed mindset, those are the ones that you see struggling. Not all, because you have some people with the growth mindset struggling, but eventually you see them excel. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I chose this is because I was talking to a friend of mine, as I stated in the beginning. There are so many companies, so many colleges out there that are willing to give you the opportunity. And the people with the growth mindset take advantage of that. The people with the fixed mindset, those are the ones that are stuck with the norm. Well, this is the road. This is what I'm used to. I'm not going to explore another road. I'm just going to stay here. And when they see you doing something that is not normal to them, they want to give you an advice. They want to tell you you cannot achieve it. And a lot of time, those are the naysayers. We have discovered the characteristics of the growth mindset. But again, it starts in within you. Again, you believe you can achieve. And when someone comes to you and tell you that you cannot achieve, you feed into that, then you feed into the what? The fixed mindset. The main focus of this is not to look back, it's to keep continue looking forward, looking what the possibilities in front of you, looking sideways and knowing that you can achieve whatever you put your mind to. Let's look at the why aspect. The why aspect is you creating your way in life, paving your path, as they would say. We pave our path, you understand? We cannot keep reflecting onto, oh, I cannot do it. This is impossible. Do not settle. Do not settle. Whether you receive a negative feedback from your teachers, your friends, your neighbors, or your whoever present to you anything of negativity, that is a reflection of who they are. That is not a reflection of you. People with a positive or growth mindset look at it as though, you know what, these challenges are possibilities for me to excel. People with a growth mindset receive criticism as to say, this is what I need to improve on. People with the growth mindset look at the dots as to say, I can connect these dots. So let's focus again on the fixed mindset. They give up when they meet challenges because they don't want to look bad. They look at it as a threat. So they don't believe that they can change the impossibility. So if you make a mistake, understand that is a learning stone. That's a milestone. That is a growth. When you rectify that, when you look for as to say, oh, this is where we went wrong. This is what I did wrong. You strategize, you focus on it, and you try to overcome that obstacle because you believe that you can grow. You have that growth mindset that to excel. I was reading an article a couple of years ago, ladies and gentlemen. This gentleman was 98 years old. And when I was in America, there was a lady there about 70 something years old that decided to go back to school. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a growth mindset. You cannot be on a fixed mindset and expect yourself to grow, to get that mansion, to get that beautiful home, to get that holiday, to go to that beautiful island that you've been thinking about. Someone with a fixed mindset is the one that get up every morning like a robot and go to work and do the norm and do what they're used to. You have to understand a lot of decisions that we make come from our mindset, our beliefs, our focus, and which are some of the most important things we need to focus on. We need to know our we need to know that there are no limits. We need to know that we have the possibility in within us. We need to know the only thing that limits us, it's us. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like again I'm on stage as a motivational speaker. This is what I do. I let you know what you're worth. I let you know what you can do. I empower you. And by you coming to see me, I let you know that there are no barriers. The only barriers that are there are the ones that you set for yourself. So I just want to clear up some things today about the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. Now, I've given you the scenario of a child. Now, I was talking to someone a couple of nights ago, and they told me about this beautiful rose that grew, I think it was in Alaska. And if that rose had the ability to grow in within that cold weather and blossom, why can't we? We cannot operate on a fixed mindset and think that we're going to excel. But when you put yourself on that growth mindset, listen, you can look at it however you want. Some people say, well, you have a talent. And the people that give you that credit, those are the ones that with the fixed mindset. They tell themselves, I'm not a leader. I cannot build that skill. That's side of the fixed mindset. Now, on the growth mindset, you're always willing to listen to people's ideas. You're willing to connect with other people that what have the same mindset you have to excel. We believe people like us that have that growth mindset that we build that within us. Nobody, well, some people are born rich, but nobody is actually born and come out and say this is it, this is it. It's impossible. We develop that as we grow. Even the fixed mindset, they develop that as they grow. Now, is it ever too late? Is it complicated? What's complicated? Complications are things that we build in our mind. Now, this is how you get out of this whole fixed mindset. Do you recall I spoke about the brain being a muscle? I told you, I explained to you about the physical muscle. You go to the gym, you work out, right? So the brain will say, okay, it's time to go to the gym. It becomes a norm. Now, when you build these scenarios in your mind, you are literally strategizing on betterment. I need a better body. I want to work my body. So if we're able to work on the physical aspect, why can't you work on the mental aspect? Now, if you can work on the mental aspect, you can work on the physical. So let me give you some ideas how you can work on the mental. We have spoken about this prior. The brain, to me, I look at the brain as a computer, a CPU. And many of you know I always talk about the CPU, Central Processing Unit. Many of you know I would ask myself a series of questions. I challenge my mind. I challenge myself. I put my brain to work by asking myself questions like, okay, I have to write a proposal. How am I going to put this proposal? A growth mindset is not magical or do you need a secret formula? No. Action is the key to growth. You don't need a key to think. It's going to take time. It's going to take experimentation. You have to experiment. You have to try something. You just cannot say, this cannot happen. And you settle, ladies and gentlemen. Instead of saying mindset, let's say the state of mind. What state of mind am I in? How can I get out of this state of mind? Ask yourself the questions. How can I get out of this state of mind that I'm in? Despite the challenges, despite the obstacles, despite everything that you're going through, ladies and gentlemen, and focus and have belief. Now, when you have belief, you understand, belief comes with action. So when you have belief, you kick in the action. So believe that you can achieve. Believe that you can do what it is that you set your mind to do. And you can do it. I love to facilitate different topics. I love to facilitate different things. I am a thinker. That makes me what? Gives me the growth mindset. But when you start telling yourself, I cannot do it, if you don't challenge your mind and the mind is just sitting down, then what is it? Growing up, our mindset was to challenge ourselves. My father used to always challenge himself. You don't have to settle, you have choices. And the choices that you make will show your outcome. When you start the process, as I stated, is it going to be easy? Absolutely not. When you have a growth mindset, it's like a car. You put the key in, you start it, it starts up. You build resilience. You know you can change. You believe you can change. You believe that when it gets hard, you keep pushing on. You have to tell yourself, I know I'm in a bad place right now, but I'm not going to be here forever. I know this is just a time for me to reflect on what I want, on how I need to go about this. And you put your brain to work. When you have a fixed mindset, ladies and gentlemen, it's like you're partially looking at the problems, at the scenarios, and you're afraid to move forward. But when you open up your eyes and you see the beautiful world, what you can do, a lot of these great inventors that we read about, that we hear about, they had that growth mindset. You have that possibility. You have what it takes. We have done affirmations on this show. We have done so many affirmations where it's okay to tell yourself, I am brilliant. I am the smartest person on the universe. I can achieve it. I am the best at what I do. And if you repeat those affirmations, you are becoming or creating a growth mindset. But when you settle, you are what? Setting yourself for the failure. You setting yourself for the fall. You setting up a fixed mindset. When you say you're going to work, find a job that will challenge you. Find a job that you know that the possibilities of challenges will be there but will not stop you. The possibility of a challenge makes you greater at what you do. You have to create this belief that I can learn, I can excel, I can get that house, I can get that car, I can do whatever I want to do. I possess the possibility. I am that possibility. The over learning, the overarch, whatever you need to look at is to say, I can climb that mountain, but I can find a better way, an easier way to do it. Remember, many studies of the brain has been done. And then also the thought process theories has been created. But again, I want us to zoom in on the basics. The human brain is the most complex part of the, well, one of the most complex part of the body. But you know what? It gives us the ability to excel. Do not let the dominant aspect of the fixed set mind overwhelm you. Do not set limits to what you can do, to what you can achieve, to how far you can go. When we say that we are going to excel, I'm going to build that business, that company, I'm going to build that house. That is the growth aspect. If you improve the machinery of the brain, since I called it a CPU, central processing unit, I have to refer it as a machine. If you improve the machine, it performs better. You understand? And the more you practice, the faster your brain will respond to you. They say they have people that think fast on their feet, just like the forward thinkers that work with Kamara youths. They resolve issues standing up. The way you think about it is that your brain is your actual that your it's your future. Your brain is a muscle. Work it, exercise it, focus on it. When you learn something, write it down. It creates an imprint. When you learn something, practice it. It brings an imprint. When you learn something, talk to somebody about it. It builds an imprint. When you challenge yourself, it becomes an imprint of what you do that you needed to get over that challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you this over and over. No one can believe in you more than you. No one can stop you, only you. Say you want to lose weight. Who do you think is going to support you in that essence? You. You have to start that journey. If you think you have that fixed mindset, start out. What? Just say, like, I want to work my body out. I need to get some muscles. What am I going to do? I cannot do 5 push ups. I'll start with 1 and 2. About a week later, I'm doing one, two, three. Do it gradually. That is the most awesome part of life. Seeing yourself growing, seeing yourself excelling. And then when you start seeing the result, you become proud of yourself. Some people learn differently. Some people are more of visual learners. Some people are more hands on. Some people learn by listening. Whatever way you need to learn to excel, there's so many ways to learn, ladies and gentlemen. There's so many strategies that have been put in place. How can you become stronger than you are right now, smarter than you are right now? It's not about becoming an expert in everything. It's about just focusing in the field and trying to excel in that field. Now, because you focus in one field, on one field, or in one field, to make you what? Fixed mindset. Don't say you have a fixed mindset. If you have a fixed mindset, depend on what it is. If you're trying to grow, it's not just a fixed mindset. You understand? When you have a goal and you focus, say, as a motivational speaker, at practice, I have a goal. It makes me learn faster because I'm focused in that. It don't say I have a fixed mindset. I don't want to do anything. I'm used to telling myself I cannot excel because I don't have that gift. You have that gift. The more you practice, the more you become great at things. I'm not going to tell myself I'm not good at something, but if I know I have interest in it, I will focus in it. You become greater at things as you go on. You become greater at whatever it is that you set your mind to. You will struggle to solve a lot of problems. But guess what? That is part of learning. That's the excellent part of learning. Have fun along the way. Challenge yourself. We all have weaknesses. There's so many factors, at play. But the more of the skills you build, the better you become at that. Stop letting these stories dictate your life. You are designed to be great. You cannot define yourself as dumb. You cannot define yourself because what you think, what you believe is what you become. You know what they say, words are very powerful. So why would you want to label yourself? Give yourself a year, focus on a skill, and say, I'm going to grow in this. That makes you, gives you a growth mindset. I don't want you to think or for this to come across as learning is easy. There are challenges that would deter many of us. But when you stay on that path, you will become great at it. You will have fun with it. Keep yourself around a circle of people that are like-minded, people that will support you, people that you can support. You feed off each other and you have that possibility of growth. Never settle, never say this is impossible. It's okay to start small. You don't have to jump into a big pond, a river, if you cannot swim. Start somewhere where it is easy for you to um, um grasp it. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. So it's okay to always say that I can excel. Now, as the show comes to an end, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank each and every one of you for watching. It's a pleasure again, me being able to be here with you. It's an honor to say that we are all growing together because no one can always say me, 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 me. If we come together as a unit, we can create a stronger, better, bigger force. No one can say, oh, this is only my skill. There's so many different people in the same field, but everyone is unique in their own learning aspect. We are all of us have that growth mindset. Do not limit yourself on that fixed mindset as to say, this is how I'm born. I was born poor. I'm going to die poor. I'm used to working in this store to just get up in the morning and you've been working in that store for 20 odd years and you settled. That's what a fixed mindset. Always explore the impossibilities. Thank you, ladies, for watching, and I will see you next Saturday on the Mindful Session. I thank you for watching. May God be with you all. Good night.
You are watching AMAZE.